Alright, so we're just going to do a few more things with some text animation, and this should give you a few options of different ways and also where to look to do some stuff. So let me just show you what we have so far.
Hello, my name is Ty Carrier, and I'm your instructor for motion graphics. I love sci-fi. I'm a geek, an artist, and a dad.
So we have this stuff in here, and I added a little bit of squash and stretch to this, which was just adding a few more keyframes of scaling and also turning on, remember in the modes, the motion blur, which I'm probably going to just put on everything anyway, just to get some of that motion, and it actually works out pretty well. Then we added some effects, some glows, and this is a really nice one, which is a stroke that you can actually dictate. It's a stroke mask that allows you to write stuff out. And then just some ways of animating text. This is all one word, and I could just do some things to just offset it and animate it without bringing each of these as their own separate letter and just animating them that way. Same as the way we got the and dropping down here. Okay. Alrighty. So, let's see what we got. I'm going to open up a previous version, and I'm just going to show you how to do these a few of these little effects. First, let's go, and we're going to open up the older version. So I'm going to go in, up at the top. Yeah, we got white. Okay, and yes, I am. Okay, so let's make this something a little bit more was one that we used. Let's see. Reminds me of the A-Team. Okay, let's see what we got here. So it's a good idea. Let's use something like that. Something that's more written in here. Well, that's a little much. And you can switch these up as needed, but I'm just going to try and find, because I can't remember which one I used for that. Oh, fine, we'll just use this one. This will work. So, same thing, where I'm just going to lay these out, and then I duplicate them, offset them to what I want. Now the funny part is for this one, that's going to be, in the interest of time, even though that one is more appropriate, I am not going to choose that one because I will be making paths for it. a lot longer than what I need to for this demonstration. Though, something like this, yeah, sure, why not? Just so you can, I can show you what this is, how to do that little stroke reveal. Alrighty, I'm thinking this is just still a little bit too fancy schmancy for, it's taking away a little bit from these guys, and I don't want it to. So I'm going to tone this down just for the sake of effect, because we want these guys to pop out more. Why it keeps defaulting up there, I will never know. But let's just pick something pretty simple. That'll work. There we go. And this one, we definitely want, even though my daughter will probably, like when she sees this, if she sees this, and the fact that I'm saying I'm a dad with little kitty building blocks is probably going to drive her nuts, but that's okay. So let's just see. If I could just find that one, because off the top I should have written him down. Bad tie. Wait for it. So I'm just trying to give each of these their own little bitty kind of identity based off of what it is, because that's going to actually help out a lot with just the meanings that you would actually put into it. So the general idea is that you would actually go in and you would have these as all separate pieces that actually make sense to what it is. And hold on, let me pause. Find where that's at. Hold on one sec. Alright, so let's just check that out. Of course. Blocks. There we go. We'll just shrink that down because that's ginormous. This I actually do like, even though that's not the original one I had used. But I think that this one might actually work out a little bit better. Yeah, it's going to fall apart if we do that. Fair enough. Okay. And I'm going to take all these and I'm just going to scale them down just a little bit. So you notice that if I select multiple ones at a time, I can actually tweak them out at the same time. There we go. Something like that. I'm just trying to get this so we can actually get it in there. Okay, so yeah, that'll work. Alright, so we've got this set up, and now we're just going to go one by one. So this guy, I just added a few effects, and first, let's kind of see where we need to put this. So remember, I'm going to take all of these and I'm just going to zoom in and grab the front so that they are just visible when I want them to be visible. Okay, and then I can begin to offset them. So I could grab all these, move them over. This one should probably be right there. That makes sense. Then I could grab these, move them over. This one I can move down. And that way I keep them kind of grouped in. And I'll set it because I'm going to have to animate them, but just so it's a little bit easier for me to kind of get my pacing. Okay, so this guy here, we had sort of this glow and materializing effect. And you can stack effects on text. Okay, so if I go in and I select this one, I can add a glow to it. And if we tell it that we want it to be not the original colors of the text itself, but A, B colors, and then I could change that color. Let's give it a bigger intensity. And maybe it spread that glow out a little bit, like that. Right? And we're using what we'll call this a Borg green. If you're a geek, you know exactly what the reference is. And so that's all great and well, but I also want to add another effect to that. And I want to go in, so that was just the glow. Now I want this to kind of materialize in, so I'm going to do a simulation of scatterize. So you see they're lining up in my effects console. Here's the project, here's the effects. And what I have here is I can actually blow this up and then have it rematerialize back into what it is. Even come into focus like that. I'm going to have to key this and look at it in the timeline to be able to get that just the way I want it. But what I'm going to do with that scatter, so it's the scatter that I'm adjusting, and it's on Geek, and I'm going to open that up. You'll see under Effects, there's the Scatterize, because I have it selected here. It's highlighting it right there. And there's my scatter that I can actually key and see where those keys are going to be at. Okay. So here's where it says Geek right here. And if I move forward, now we can take these and move them. Oops. Grab you all the way to you, move you just a little bit earlier because we're going to have them kind of pop in. And I'll just grab these guys, move them back a little. I'll get the sound down. I just want to get the effects, then I can move them and place them where I want. So let's say right about here we want it to be materialized, the geek. So that means that's where I key it. So I'd key the scatter, you're fully materialized. And then I'd pull back. And then I'd say, wow, you want you like really big, just like that. So that if we go back in,
I'm a geek, and art sci-fi, I'm a geek,
and we'll separate these more, but you're seeing that's actually coming in. I think we need to give us a little bit more time. So that means if I expand this, there, I have more time.
I'm a geek.
And it may be chugging a little bit just because I'm recording the screen. I have dual monitors and I've got a lot of stuff open. So um,
I love sci-fi. I'm a geek, an artist.
so I'm liking that. And I could even add a directional blur to make it come in and look even kind of even cooler. And I could also have it so that it kind of goes, let's grab this, pull that in, move you over some. And maybe right about here, we set a key again with the scatter right there. And we actually make it go beyond. That's kind of cool. So let's see.
I love sci-fi. I'm a geek, an artist.
Yeah, I like that. Cool. Now, so that's how I did that one. And like I said, you can add more effects like a directional blur and have it look like it's beaming in more or something like that. That might be cool, but I like that little bounce, like it kind of goes whoosh and goes right into it. This little piggy is going to be a little different. And I'm going to show you how to do that on this next video. But that's how we do this one. And then the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this, this little fellow, which isn't as hard as you might think.